What's up guys, this is Chronic Rush HD and welcome to episode 57 of my FIFA 13 Road to Gold Around the World series. As you can see here, we are now finished with the Superliga and we're just going to be quickly selling all the players and then we're going to be moving on to the next league. So, which should be pretty nice. I like FIFA when you're doing it, playing like this, but you're always changing it. I don't like playing with the same team over and over again. And I just feel like this is really, really good. Like, you can always swap out the teams, play with new players and stuff like that. But we're going to be moving into the Allsvenskan. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that whatsoever. I think it is the Swedish one, Swedish league. It's got some okay players in it, and I made a squad before. Not really, like, I've made it before and played with it. Not really recorded it or anything, but I played with it at this beginning. But we're going to have a look at this keeper, and we're going to go and pick up the keeper called Hansen, I believe, that one you just saw on the screen. But before I do that, I'll have a look at the centre-backs, and I've realised there's about 3 decent pace centre-backs, and I decided to go for the... I was going to go for the 3-5-2, and then I thought, I've used the 3-5-2 a bit too much, and I always want to use the 3-5-2 in like the major league, so I thought I'd change it up. So I went for the, I was thinking of doing the 4-treble-2 at first, and then I decided to actually go for the 3-4-1-2, which you'll see me change later. But I'm just picking up players here. Pick up Janssen, that centre back there, and a player called Tovio, I think it is. They've both got really, really nice pace on them. And I go and pick up the right mid. The right mid is probably the only weak spot of the squad. I go and pick up a player called Nyman. He recently got an inform card. The shame it was in a right back position instead of the right mid position. But he's probably the weakest link. Also the centre mids. There's only like one really decent one. But I'll go and pick up that centre mid there you just saw, Mailangu. I've used him before again, South African. He's got like 88 pace and he's just really, really good player. I'll go and pick up this USA player here, Bodua. He again, 80 pace, so what made me like draw me into him. I'll go and pick up Holt, and this guy is actually a really, really nice player. 91 pace, so you may say newbie, but he is absolutely rapid, and he has an immense outside of the foot shot, and he just curls them in. I've got some fantastic goals for you later on in the upcoming episodes. We're going to pick up a player called Borges, Costa Rican, I do believe, as a centre forward. And I was looking at strikers, and then we had the fellow return of El Kabir. He used to be an absolute tank in FIFA 12, that was. He had 4-star skill moves. I think he still has 4-star skill moves, but his pace has dropped considerably. He's still a fairly pacey player, but not as pacey as this player here. We have the almighty Walrus. Yeah, the Walrus name may sound he's going to be slow, but mate, this guy is anything but slow. You will see him in the upcoming games. My God, this guy is one freaking rapid beast. But I'm having a look at some other players. I eventually do go and pick up El Kabir. 600 coins, and he used to be going for quite a bit actually in FIFA 12, but obviously as you can see he's got like low 80 pace, so people aren't really wanting that much. He used to have about 90, I'm not too sure on that one. I didn't actually use him that much in FIFA 12, but as you can see the team there, 3-4-1-2, got quite a few players out of formation, but luckily the 3-4-1-2 card isn't the most expensive, so I just go and pick that up and swap out some of the players. So as you can see here, I'm just trying to find what formations would work as well. So as you can see there, the 3-4-3 gets the orange chemistry, and also the 3-4-2-1, sorry. So I can basically pick up any cards I want, and I was trying to see how much I can pick up the 3-4-1-2 cards for, and they're actually a lot more expensive than you may think, mainly because it's a fairly similar formation to the 3-5-2, operates in a similar way, and I actually really, really like the 3-4-1-2, which is kind of surprising. I don't normally run with the 3 at the back formations other than 3-5-2, but you know guys, that is overpowered. But I'm looking here, and they were actually going for quite a bit, so I just decided to throw 150 bids on the 3-4-3, because you're still going to get the same amount of chemistry. The defenders, all they need is, if you're playing 3 at the back, and you need a formation. If you're playing 3 at the back formation, sorry, all you need is a formation card with 3 at the back, and they'll get that orange chemistry. So I'm basically putting it on. Same with 4 in the middle. If you've got 4 in the middle on your chemistry, so in your formation, so say 3-4-1-2, and you pick up a 3-4-3 card, you've got 4 midfielders, and they'll still get the orange bar. And it's similar throughout. And a freaking massive fly just flew across my screen. Whoa, that was massive. But I'm a man, I'm going to ignore that bastard of a fly, but as you can see there, we're just picking up some more cards. Some more players have sold. That Juve guy, he was a fantastic player for the squad, and I'm just still looking, in this freaking fly is flying around everywhere, but As you can see there, it was going for fairly decent, fairly expensive. But I was just picking up the 343 cards for 150 coins, trying to get them as cheap as I possibly could. Just put them onto the players, because obviously the three freaking... if you hear me like go freaking out, it's just because that fly is just flown. It's massive. I'm not even joking, guys. But I'm just going to apply these cards onto these players and get a bit more chemistry. As you can see here, we are now at 70 mark. I want to get to 80, but I've got... Well, I'm missing a player, so that probably adds about 7 maybe, so that'd be 77. I could probably, missing the keeper as well, so I can get into the 80s, I do believe, and I go and pick up the keeper finally. In a 4-3-3, which is fairly decent. I'm not too sure if I actually did change him. I think I may have. I was thinking of not changing him, but then I decided just to change him, because 4-3-3 is a fairly decent formation. I was looking at the players, though, in this league, and there was barely anyone wingers and stuff like that, so I just decided to change him. I thought it was a fairly decent idea. As you can see there, we've now gone into the green chemistry. We've got 79 with a player missing, add another 7, it's about 86, unless we get him in the right formation, so that would be fairly decently. But we're nearly coming to the end of this building of the squad. We're just going to go into building some of the kits, and that is a very, very nice pink kit. Stands out, nice and bright. I thought, I'm going to snap that one up, and I was looking for some others, and I swear always, you never get in a league the home kit. You never get a home kit and an away kit, which are luminous. I love the luminous kits, you know. You always get either the whole league away kits are those luminous ones, or the whole home kits are luminous. You never get 50-50. So I'm looking for the home ones, and the home ones are normally the worst ones to find out, because it just take a fairly decent long. Oh my god, what am I saying? But I go and pick up this one here, and that's a fairly nice kit as well. So I've got the pink one and that blue, dark blue and light blue stripe, which I thought was a fairly nice design of the kit, and really liked it. But as you can see, I'm just going to quickly relist all these players. I did have a break between building the squad and coming back on to play the game, so we're going to be moving in 2 games. I think I've got for you 2 starting games with this squad. I'm just going to quickly relist. We've got 126k, which is going to be nice. We do get Backman, and yes, it is Backman, not Blackman. So we now have 88 chemistry, which isn't bad. I'd like it in the 90s, but we obviously can swap it out in the future. Find the players in the right formation, just swap them out over time, which I do eventually do. So I get a bit closer to the 90. I think I get to about mid-low 90s or something, which I think is fairly decently. But players keep selling, but we're going to go into the first game. Hopefully we can get a decent start like we did with the other league, and we're going to go straight for the pink kit. He's got the Ajax cap, which is a fairly nice kit, but we come up against a Bundesliga squad here, and Marco Morris gets a shot deflected. It goes out for a corner. He whips this corner in, and Boateng, unlucky there with the header, but a lovely save from my keeper. Unfortunately, he can't get the double save, but Boateng is there to head that in the 32nd minute. And he then picks the ball up to Robin and Backman. He's doing well to get the pace up, but that was an unfortunate tackle here. And that is a lovely finesse shot. I wasn't expecting that at all, because finesses don't really work in this game. But that was the game. We did lose 2-0. He had a really nice team, and I wasn't really expecting to win. He had the really high rated Bundesliga players, and they were fairly pacey as well. But I decided to go and pick up a morale card. Oh my god. You guys have been saying it in the comments. Go and pick one up. But I'll go and pick one up for fairly cheap, actually. 450 coins. I'm not complaining. And yeah, it seems to make an effect. You'll see in the next game. We've got plenty more games with this squad. I did fairly decently. I'm just going to say that. But the last league we used, Super League, I kind of choked near the end. I could have easily got promoted, but I then choked it and went on a losing streak. But we're going to go into the second game and final game of this episode. We come against a guy, and he had the pink kit as well. I was like, hey. But we got BPL squad with some other players, but he's got Theo Walcott, and I was like, oh, fuck. But nice ball into El Kabir, who gets lucky there to be brought down. It's definitely a penalty. Cut back inside, and he just came trading through and took me to the ground. But we're going to get a penalty. And there was I've got no one decent with free. I think I've got one player decent at free kicks, and two players who have reasonably similar penalties. But I decided to put our centre back on it, mainly because he had the high shot power, and that is a nice penalty. I think I've had 3 odd penalties with him, and he's scored all 3 so far. So he's a fairly decent bonus to the team. But El Kabir here finds a nice ball into Holt, our left mid, and Borges, the centre forward, is making a nice run there. And he's going to cut inside a bad shot. But that is a nice finish by Wars to make it 2-0. And in the 20th minute, Lavezzi here is running up the field, passes it to Suarez, to Torre. And I luckily get that ball out, but I stupidly try passing it out there. I need to really be careful, and I always try to play the ball out, and I get penalised for trying to do that. And Yaya Toure there is to make it 2-1 in the 20-odd minute. But he again, I rushed with that defender ever so slightly. I took him out of position, and that kind of cost me. He had a roll on through, and that again is a nice save from the keeper. He's a very good keeper, very good at getting all the balls and stuff like that. He rarely gets beaten in other than the crabs and stuff like that. But again, look at that lovely save, but unfortunately just can't get the double, and Toure there picks up his brace to make it 2-2. He then, I think, makes a sub with Daniel Sturridge and Walcott, and I was like, fucking hell, mate. Have you got no one that's not pacey? But he does a really bad goal kick there, and I just get so lucky there in the 72nd minute for it to fall straight to my player. Top net finish there, very nice finish from Borges to make it 3-2, and that was the game, guys. So that is our first win, 1 win, 1 loss with the squad. As you can see there, we had more shots, he had more possession, and that's how the cookie crumbled. But guys, this is the end of the episode. We're just gonna have a quick look at the trade pile. We've still got plenty of players to sell, so probably get it to about 230. But guys, 130, sorry. But guys, this is the end of the episode. If you like this episode, remember to hit the like button and subscribe to stay tuned to the series. This has been Crushy. Till next time, adios.